Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Route Server Update 2022-2023. This is your favorite subject, so let's go into that. But first, apologies for my voice. Those are the side effects from the dinner yesterday. So I hope you can understand me. So let's go. Let's start. I'm going to start with some technical achievements first that we did. And the first one that we managed to achieve last year after the More IP 2022 was the BGP large communities. So AMS-IX introduced BGP large communities around September. And as you can see, this large communities implementation was pushed not only on the Dutch route servers, but also on the overseas servers. So the route servers that exist in the access as a service instances as well use large communities. And so we are currently supporting all three types of BGP communities, the standard, the extended, and the large. But we encourage you to start using more and more the large communities because there are plans to drop the support for the extended BGP communities. So please start using them more and more. And if you want to learn more about the implementation, you can visit the URL, our technical website. You can read more information about that. And another technical achievement that we did last year was that around Christmas time, Santa Claus came to AMS-IX office and gave us a nice big gift. And inside this gift were two brand Dell servers. And then I had to convince my good friend Miguel to give it to me so I can use them as route servers in the Dutch network. And I did it. So now we have implemented the new route servers in the Dutch peering LAN, where the CPU of the machine is much better compared to the previous generation of the route servers. We also adopted Debian 11 as an operating system. We implemented also the CIS benchmark for enhanced security. And as you can see, the overall result is much better. From the graph below, you can see that when we introduced the new route server, in the Dutch peering LAN, the convergence time has improved a lot. And now the route servers are less easy, and the convergence time has shrinked, means that the route servers make BGP updates available to you in a much faster time. So everyone got benefit out of this implementation, and we're very proud of that. And another technical achievement that we did, that we improved a little bit the configuration pipeline of the route servers. First of all, we adopted BGP Q4, which is an improved version of BGP Q3, a tool that generates prefix lists. And with this implementation over there, we managed to create prefix lists more accurate and with enhanced speed. What we also did, but still is pending adoption, is we implemented IRDv4, which is a piece of software that mirrors IRD databases in a local instance where we can do our whois queries locally and get RPSL objects. This implementation runs stable for more than 3 months now. And now we are running some internal tests to make sure that whatever we're going to generate and push in the route servers is exactly the same as we had in the previous implementation, and perhaps improving as well the overall result. So this will come into production in the next 2 months. We're just finalizing the tests. And because route server is not only a piece of hardware with some bird or another daemon running, it's just we see it as an ecosystem. AMS-IX has contributed as well in community projects and policies. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is we have contributed a lot in an RTMv4. It's a mirroring protocol that will be introduced in the next 1 or 2 years from RIPE and the other databases. It's about mirroring RPSL objects in a more fast and secure way. And this project has been authored by considerable people in the community. Has been adopted in the GROW working group in ITF, and by the end of the year, it's going to be a last call. So we expect to be full draft, full protocol test. Okay. So there was also an introduction of Euro-X policy about the BGP communities. It's about to control the excessive amount of BGP communities that customers send to us. That can also have an overall negative effect in the convergence time, in the stability of the route servers. This draft also from big IXPs has been introduced, has been discussed, and there is a positive feedback from the Euro-X community. So we are just going to finalize it this year and then make it a final policy document as of next year. And another draft that has been just started, and another policy, is from the RIPE Connect working group that has been introduced. A new policy has been introduced by a group of IXPs. And this draft actually is about minimizing the amount of IRR databases that IXPs using in order to create prefix filters for the route servers. There was a lot of positive feedback on that. We expect some good results, but the discussion just started, so it will take considerable amount of time to be adopted as a final policy. And then we also have work in progress, projects that started last year, and we expect for them to go further for this year. And first of all was what I like to call as a routing lab. So what is a routing lab? It's actually a virtualization cluster that consists of 7 Dell servers. And with this routing lab, with this cluster, we're aiming to virtualize more than 1,000 BGP speakers. With this way, we're going to test new route server implementations like BER2, BER3, OpenBGPT, and so on. But not only that, we want also to test new route server features like RTBH. And of course, we want to test also support tools like Birdwatcher or Alice Looking Glass and all that stuff. So we can do excessive tests, scalability tests, performance tests on new things before we put them in production. So we can guarantee that whatever goes in production will give only positive feedback to everybody. And as you can see, I have a picture of the cluster when it was completed the installation. And then we're going to proceed during the next months on configuration and virtualization of those 1,000 BGP speakers. Other work in progress that's happening is that we also contributed to BERT and CZNIC community. We got a support contract from CZNIC, a gold one, as of March 1st. With this way, we want to support the development of the BERT daemon. We're going to go further and adopt BERT3, which is multi-threaded. But not only that, AMS-IX is also contributing in the RSSF project. We contribute both in the steering community with Ruben, and personally I participate in the technical advisory board. And with this way, we support the development of OpenBGPD. So at the end, we would like to have 2 flavors for a healthy route server ecosystem where we can have BERT and OpenBGPD coexist in the Dutch peering LAN. And if there's a bug on the one, at least there is a good stable solution on the other route server. And that's it. I don't know if anybody has a question. I think I have 1 minute left.